Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Good evening, everyone. I hope you all are having a wonderful Sunday, or Saturday, depending on your time zone. It is currently 3:16 a.m. here in the Boston area on Sunday, November 12th, 2023. And I am ready to start the whole, Fontaine, questline stuff. Let me just get my setup already. Okie dokie. Da-da-da. I've been hearing good things about, I guess, the Fontaine region. It actually came out, what, like a couple months ago? Oh, at least a month ago. But, I have been a little bit behind, so this will be me starting into it. Prelude of Blancher and Norser? Whatever that means. Hey, kitty. One of my cats, Calorie, is, trying to lie down on my on my keyboard. Please don't lie down on my keyboard. Oh, okay, she got off the table. Okay. And away we go. So far, all I've been able to do is, like, try to unlock the, different map locations. Well, some of them. At any rate. I guess we're gonna take a jump. Whee! Oh my god, that's high. Yay! A character who's short, like me. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Dot, dot, dot.
Hello there. Excuse me. Are you alright?
Huh? Ah, I'm fine. Thanks.
Oh, okay then. We just noticed that you seem to be worried about something.
About many things, actually. But there's nothing I can do but just keep my troubles to myself. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids. It was just atop that hill over there. See?
I guess this hill? This hill? Wait, this hill? This hill? This hill? This hill? One of those hills.
You're pointing at the sea. Wait, are you saying that you and your brother lived in the water?
Maybe they're mermaids? Or a fantastical race from Fontaine?
No people call the waters around Fontaine a sea. It's actually just an inland lake that's filled with fresh water. And though I can still see that so clearly in my memories, now
How are you doing?
It's been completely submerged.
I'm probably about, what, a month or 2 months late on starting Fontaine, but, giving it a try now.
He would skip and jump, tossing sand in the wind. The sun shone brightly, and the air was filled with the scent of the sea.
It's been pretty busy this last couple of weeks. I've been trying to, get my dissertation all prepared. Yeah, I want to get my dissertation like finalized and then approved for the actual presentation, the actual defense. So yeah, just going through some final changes and stuff. But the goal is to have, like, I'm hoping I can finish the dissertation write-up, like by Thanksgiving, and then actually defend before Christmas. So wish me luck.
But now, the water is gradually swallowing our memories. It won't be long before it swallows us.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Herman doesn't really get what you mean.
My computer is also being very funky. There's something wrong with, like, the USB controller in it. So, like, for example, sometimes my mouse will intermittently flake out. Like I have an RGB mouse, but every once in a while, like, the RGB lights will turn off on the mouse, and I can move the mouse around, you know, left, right, up, down, that sort of thing, but it won't register, like, button clicks on the mouse. And this happens sporadically, like, many times a day. Like, it'll be working for a few minutes, and then for, like, 20 seconds, like, the RGB stops lighting up and the buttons don't respond. Sometimes, like, my keyboard will fade out a little bit, where, like, it won't register button clicks from time to time. My webcam will flake out. It did it again, just, like, not too long ago, at the beginning of the stream, where, like, the webcam will just disconnect or something. But because it's happening to, my USB mouse, my USB keyboard, my USB webcam, I'm pretty sure it's not a mouse problem or a keyboard problem or a webcam problem. I think it's my USB problem, which is basically a motherboard problem. I think. And my L button, like, works, like, a quarter of the time. Hey, Firebird! How are you doing? Hope you're having a good weekend.
I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new friends?
Oh, and you are?
I hope you get some rest, Firebird. Rest, relax, recharge. Like, I haven't streamed for, like, 14, 15 days, just because I've been, like, kind of busy with my dissertation. I'm hoping to be able to defend my doctoral dissertation by Christmas. So, yeah, with any luck, I'll get to, finish my PhD program before the spring term. Because, gosh darn it, I don't want to have to pay tuition for a spring term if I don't have to.
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our childhood, that's all. There's no need for any concern.
Wow, the fire, the pyro, what's it called? Pyro crystal? Pyro, What's the devices called that let you use elemental powers? I forgot what it's called. Not gems, not crystals. Visions, thank you! Exviani, my memory sucks. Visions. His pyro vision looked really tiny. Like, way tinier than, like, the visions we've seen in Inazuma, for example.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
Nice to meet you! Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine.
Paimon is Paimon. Sigh.
We were just talking with your sister. Even though we didn't really get what she was saying.
I see. It's unusual for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone. In fact, she seldom speaks at all. I'm usually the only one she ever talks to.
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us! Paimon's always the one talking for some reason.
There's hardly anything left for me to say with you around Paimon, because you always steal all my lines.
So that's how you think it is?
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
Yeah, but I'm excited to start this this Fontaine, Archon quest. Ooh, never noticed the cute little patterns of the hat. And it looks like a little cat logo here. Okay. Now Lynette's got these cat ears. Does the brother have cat ears too? Ours? Is it a really long Archon quest?
Seems you were right, Paimon. We are quite similar.
Linny, okay. What's his name?
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memories? And that it won't be long before it engulfs you too?
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy that's been circulating in Fontaine for some time now.
Very, very, very long? Oh boy.
Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. There's no doubt about what's happening in Fontaine now.
Oh, what's
Where
happening
to
in Fontaine?
begin? Let's put that question on hold for a moment. We still haven't formally greeted each other yet, have we?
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
Hello, traveler.
Hello. It's a pleasure to meet you.
And hello, Paimon.
Hey! Why didn't Paimon get a handshake? You're not poking fun at Paimon, are you?
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have here in Fontaine when making new friends. You should remember it. It might prove useful.
Welcome, Peppy. Or is it Pepita? Pepita sect. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right.
Oh, alright then. Well, Paimon's just happy to have a local friend now. By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the Opera House to meet the Hydro Archon. Would you be able to show us the way?
So you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. In fact, I was planning to go to the Opera House later myself. I'll gladly take you once I finish things here. Please follow me.
Oh, I recently watched a YouTube video of I think it's a game on Steam, that Disguised Toast and a couple of his friends were playing. It was a dating sim called 10 Dates. I actually thought it looked kind of interesting. It is this like visual novel, except that it uses like actual like real life video interaction scenes, rather than, you know, like animated ones or just drawing stills. You know, it actually has actual things, and then you get prompted with different actions you can do or things to say to the person you're interacting with on a kind of date. Well, initially a speed dating event, and I guess later on at actual dates together. It actually looked kind of interesting. So I was thinking of maybe, you know, picking that up and streaming that at some point. The only thing I don't know is if there is any inappropriate content in it later on. Like, not during the initial, like, speed dating event or the initial dates afterwards, but, you know, towards the latter part when you dated the person for multiple times. Like, is there going to be some fun times that are against Twitch policy or not? That I don't know. And the watching Disguised Toast and Sydney, Sid's YouTube video of it. They only, I think, did like a little bit of it, so I don't know if it's streamable or not on Twitch. Maybe it'll be okay, I don't know. But it was something I was kind of tempted to check out. Apparently, there's a one of those type of things, but it's all in Chinese with English subtitles. I don't know any Chinese dialogue, so...
You said you were going to see Lady Farina? Well, it seems Lady Farina has come to see you.
What's going on? I was saying, there's another game on Steam that looks to be that style of, you know, actual real life clips where you dictate the action, type of dating sim, but it's in Chinese, but it seems popular, but I don't know Chinese language, but I think it is English subtitled, so that might be interesting too. I don't know. Ooh. Oh, I remember that girl from the trailers. The what the?
Huh. So, she's the Hydro Archon? But how did she know we were looking for her?
Okay. Well, it looks like the Hydro Archon has a flair for the dramatic.
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all, raise your glasses in celebration! If you don't have one, then just raise your hand in lieu. As you can all see, two unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our nation. Come, let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and her companion who have journeyed here from distant lands.
What is up with her? With her eyelashes and her pupils.
Is she talking about us?
Those look so weird.
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you've left in your wake as you visited other nations. But I welcome you nevertheless. No, I have come to receive you personally.
It almost... I mean, if you look at her eyelashes, it almost looks like that her eyelashes... Not her eyebrow, but her eyelashes are braided. Almost. And her eyes are doing this weird, like, light, dark, light, opposite thing. Huh. What an interesting design.
Fear is for insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wariness. You can be rest assured, I see clearly your sincerity.
Ooh, see that? She's got, like, either these are braided eyelashes, or... Weird. Okay, that just bothers me. It's so weird. I don't like things getting close to my eyes, you know? Like, you know, I don't like having dust come close to my eyes. I don't like sperm getting into my eyes. I don't like foreign objects anywhere near my eyes in general.
Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do.
So those
It will
eyelashes
allow
are
you to
bothering
truly
me because
behold
those
my
little...
power and witness my authority. Intelligent people always gather under the correct banner. I, Focalor, hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro and acknowledge the value and significance of your trip. Now, you may rejoice in this.
Excuse I've never worn contact lenses. I've always worn glasses because I don't like the idea of getting, you know, dealing with contacts in my eyes. I don't use eye drops. Well, except like when the doctor had to do it one time, I hadn't like some problems, but you know, I've never worn contact lenses. For the whenever I went swimming, you know, I would always like bring, you know, one of those like masks that keep water away from my eyes. I prefer like masks over goggles. Like goggles, I think are a little bit more flimsy, and you know, can get sometimes water can kind of like seep in. But I find like the mask, the diving mask thing to be much better at keeping stuff away from my eyes. finding the Archon was easy enough.
Yeah, Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes. But the Hydro Archon's entrance was, how should Paimon describe it? A little over the top? Ahem. Miss Hydro Archon? How did you know we were coming?
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. Don't forget that even the gods can be divided into the mediocre and the excellent. I suppose it's only natural for you to be awestruck by my abilities.
Oh my god. She is so over the top.
You
Like-
had best stop and consider. Do you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god? All it takes is a flick of my finger for me to know everything about you.
I don't know why, but for some reason she's setting off my, my cringe, senses are... oh no, I can't have my eyes open in the water. No, 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 no.
Oh, talk about sounding high and mighty.
Feels like she can't get over herself.
Oh? What's with these looks? Perhaps the welcoming ceremony still isn't enough? What else should I say then?
Is she waiting for us to start talking?
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Farina here. What a surprise! Wait, does this mean they're the legendary blonde traveler? How did I not notice before?
Wait, what? What's this about legendary blonde child? Wait, what?
Hey, what's all the commotion? Oh, is that Lady Farina? Is there some kind of drama going on?
Of course. That's the blonde traveler.
The
The
blonde
one all
traveler.
those stories are about. Lady Farina came here to personally see her. Oh, I bet this is going to be the duel of the century.
A duel? Wait, we're gonna have to fight her? Well, we did kind of fight the, Leiden Shogun.
Ooh, I've got to see this.
Hey, Blackstar!
I knew Lady Farina would
How are
never
you doing?
disappoint.
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers and spectators alike tend to get quite rowdy, and despite the noise, I've come to tolerate all their ruckus.
This background music is sort of... How do I put it? Like, this background music, it almost reminds me of, like Spanish, or maybe Italian, like, old music with the strings, like violin or maybe even fiddle sounds? Tangoish. Kind of, yeah. Oh, how was my Halloween? It was okay. I bought a bag of, candy and gave it out to my, recitation students. Oh, it's French? Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, but, you know, I gave out some candy to my recitation students. Oh, and I also wore as a Halloween costume that day, dressed up as Sadako. Sadako is the ghost creature monster from Ringu? The Ring. And I had a cute little cardboard box to that I would put over me to kind of represent the with a hole cut out in it to look like a television set. It was fun, clunky and kind of inconvenient to wear, and I had to ditch the box when I was actually TAing my 2 recitation classes, but yeah, otherwise it was fun. And Calorie has decided to block my monitor with her butt. Hey, Calorie. Calorie. You want some pets, don't you? Over here, girl. Over here. Out of the way. Okay. Okay. Come on, just sit down lay down right there. Okay, there you go. Sorry about that. Cat wanted some attention. Wants attention. So now she has positioned herself in front of my second monitor. So I can see the game screen on my left side monitor, but on my right side monitor, it's partly blocking Streamlabs. But that's okay.
You may consider this my reward to all of you. I have determined that there will be an epic duel between myself and this traveler from another land, just as you were hoping to see.
Oh boy. I wonder if it's going to be kind of like when we had to fight the Raiden Shogun.
Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Oh! Uh-oh. Well, No, my USB freaked out again. Hold on a second. Like I said, I'm having some USB computer problems. What is still working? Test. Can you still hear me? Am I still audible? Let me check on the stream. Check on the stream. Test 1 2 3. Check on the stream. Test 1 2 3. Okay. Yeah, I could hear my computer go that dunk when the USB kind of flaked out, and my keyboard, the RGB on my keyboard stopped RGBing, and now it's back. Like I said, I'm having computer problems. My USB is all messed up on my motherboard. Fighting gods? I've got a resume. Oh. Uh-oh. Why do everyone have
I'm
that weird
not
look?
afraid. Might I remind you that this is a duel against the divine?
What are you trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
Chlorinde? Chlorinde? Chlorinde. Huh. If I remember the Foro live stream trailer, she uses a gun, I think?
Stand down, Clorinde. I admire her
Clorinde, okay.
bravery. Few have the courage to draw their sword against a god. She is obviously a true warrior. Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled, and a mere duel will not slake their thirst for excitement.
Huh. Yeah, she's right. Just a duel wouldn't be all that interesting.
On Aranias, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor. They're getting a bit old, to tell the truth.
You see. Then, as the god of justice, I shall face this traveler in another kind of duel. A duel in court!
Oh boy. Well, they say justice is blind.
All right! Now that'll be worth seeing!
Oh god. When people say that they'd rather see a duel in court versus a physical duel, I'm imagining all these people who get excited about watching C-SPAN.
Right. This is Fontaine, after all. Such a grand opera house, it would be a pity not to use it.
An opera house is supposed to be used for opera, not for a court.
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Seems you've spent a little too much time in the opera house. Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
And we haven't committed any crimes. We literally just arrived here.
Oh, we have reason to put you on trial. It's obvious, isn't it?
Obvious?
According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month. You are clearly guilty of violating this law, no?
Release any flying objects? Oh! Paimon is breaking the law! I'm not with Paimon, but you can put her on trial! I'm separate from her!
Oh, so that's what they've done wrong. That's our Lady Farina. No one knows the laws of Fontaine like she does.
Oh, jeez. And Calorie is moving back to the front of the left monitor, sticking her butt in front of my game screen. Why? My kitty cat's just too cute to be upset at.
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that? Wait, flying object? You mean Paimon?
Precisely! Now, if you two have no objections, then in the name of the Hydro Archon, I order your arrest.
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to spoil the fun, but if you would allow me to interject, I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition of a flying object.
You tell her, Winnie! Finally someone who's not crazy. How could anyone call Paimon a flying object?
Well, you are emergency food, and you do fly.
Great magician Linny, my beloved citizen. I'll permit you to object, But how exactly do you plan to prove your claim?
As a magician who just rained on your parade, I naturally should shoulder the responsibility of saving the show. So, with such an audience gathered here, allow me to perform a trick for everyone.
Wait, what did... What's going on?
Ta-da!
What? What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did Lenny do that?
When Lenny patted you on the back. Ooh, weird.
There. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon. This rope has been in the Traveler's hand all along. It was just that no one could see it before.
Huh? You call that magic? You've got to be joking.
I thought it was pretty good. Nice one.
Do balloons not count as flying objects? Well, floating, but does it count as flying?
Huh. I'm not sure what to think. It seems Lady Farina's charges no longer hold water.
Amusing. Very amusing, Lenny. Just the sort of unexpected twist that I enjoy. With you here, today's performance can finally be called complete.
Performance? You see all this as a performance?
Ooh, I like the little cat patterns that are floating and popping around Paimon.
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. The god of justice will not bring charges against an innocent person. But when there are valid grounds, I will not only judge travelers from abroad, but even the gods of other lands.
Oh, Exami, I did. I got her in like about less than 100 wishes. I lost my 50-50 at around wish 80 or so, and got a copy of the small zombie cryo girl. What's her name? Small zombie. Yes, Chi-Chi. I got my first Chi-Chi constellation, and then I ended up getting Farina within 20 wishes of after Chi-Chi. So about 100 wishes altogether.
I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Mr. Lenny and Miss Lynette. That's enough for now. Toodaloo!
Yeah, and I managed to get one the initial character and one constellation of Charlotte. Well, this was a weird... Oh!
future Paimon. That whole scene just now was really...
Thanks for bailing us out.
Don't mention
Winnie.
it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation, just in case. I didn't think it would actually come in handy. So, now do you see what kind of god Lady Farina is?
Crazy? Eccentric at the very least.
She can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Yeah, confusing is a good way to put it. Is she really that reasonable?
Anyway, Paimon had no idea you were a magician, Linny. It sounded like you'll be performing at the Opera House, right?
I just know a few simple tricks I use to make a living. Lynette is my assistant. It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine, the Opera House.
But isn't the Opera House where criminal trials are held in Fontaine?
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety of other performances. To the people of Fontaine, the line between a trial and a performance can be a little blurred.
Wow. That must mean there isn't a lot of crime in Fontaine, because I would think that normally, the courthouse would be backed up with, trial after trial after trial after trial. The idea that this opera house works as a courthouse sometimes and as a performance center sometimes, there really mustn't be that much in the way of trials. Which I guess would mean that there really isn't the need for that many lawyers either.
And speaking of performances, I would be remiss to forego this opportunity gifted by fate. Might I invite the two of you to see my performance?
My brother's always excited to make new friends.
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything to do now, and we wanted to go to the Opera House anyway.
I would be delighted.
In that case, why don't we go together? I'll show you the way. I just have something to take care of first.
Is there any way I can help?
You really mean it? Then I'll take you up on your offer. This is a magical item known as a magic pocket. Perhaps you can help me distribute them to the people here.
Magic pocket? Looks like a shopping bag.
What are they going to use it for?
About that... You asked me before about the prophecy, right? Let me start by telling you a little more about what it entails. I'm not sure exactly when it began, but a prophecy has been circulating around Fontaine. It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of justice holds trial after trial, this sin cannot be absolved.
Okay.
Until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will slowly be drowned. In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Huh.
That sounds pretty
sad.
gloomy. Why are people in Fontaine born with sin? What is that supposed to mean?
I think, well, it's my understanding that Christians believe that everyone is... Wait, is that right? Do Christians believe that everyone has sin? Like, from the whole, Adam and Eve thing? Blackstar says yes, Espiani says I don't know. Okay, although, I guess, if you're Christian, Wasn't the whole crucifixion of Christ thing supposed to be to, like, clear everyone's sin? So everyone is born without sin? Or... I don't know. I am not really a religious person. Or, well, I guess I'm nominally a Shinto Buddhist, but I'm largely, like, non-religious.
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power of the seas and stirred its wrath. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia.
First Hydro Archon's warnings? So... I guess Farina is not the first Hydro Archon. Kind of like how... how the Denjo Archon is not the first Denjo Archon. I forgot the Denjo Archon's name. What's your name? Denjo Archon. I'm so bad at remembering names. Nahida. Thank you, Iceani. See, my memory is terrible. That's what I'm really worried about with defending my dissertation, is memorizing everything that I need for my defense.
But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters. There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of these claims, so they can only be regarded as conjecture.
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed, wouldn't it be better just to ignore the prophecy completely? Why bother feeling guilty all the time?
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually started rising.
I wonder if Tivat is having global warming. But now the water isn't going. It won't be long before it helps us.
Many places have already been completely submerged, and now lie beneath the sea.
Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a natural phenomenon. But my family and I think that the people of Fontaine shouldn't ignore the possibility, which would end up sentencing them to death. We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So, we've started distributing magic pockets to them. As a magical item, these magic pockets have astonishing capacity. I'm sure they will come in handy when people are moving their belongings.
Oh, Hyman gets it! It's like preparing for a rainy day! But this is more than a bit of rain.
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. But who knows? We're just tiny specks in the grand scheme of things. Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these magic pockets to anyone nearby. Be sure to convince them to take it, regardless of what they say.
It would be nice if these magic pockets increased our own capacity to hold artifacts. That'd be nice. Oh, so I did get, I did get, Farina, who, as is standard for my, for me, I leveled to 69. Nice. She has, what, 70% crit rate, 120 crit damage, 162 recharge, I gave her Wolfing, with crit rate. I get 22% crit rate, and it gives you 16% skill and burst damage increase, and it gets bonus crit rates to skill and burst, or something like that. And I equipped her with Golden Troop. My flower has crit rate, crit damage, HP percent, and EM. The plume has crit damage, energy recharge, and HP percent. I gave her an energy recharge sands with some crit rates. HP goblet with some crit rate, crit damage, and EM. And an HP circlet with some crit rate and crit damage. I don't know, what do you think? Since my understanding is she is an HP scaler, I wanted her to have at least 2 HP artifacts. But I really needed energy recharge also, so that's why I gave her an HP Sands. And I figured since I have this crit rate sword, I didn't need to carry a crit rate circlet, and instead gave her an HP circlet that had some, you know, crit stats. Right now her skills are only 242 because I ran out of guides to justice. So hopefully I'll be able to farm some of that on Sunday. Oh, also from Fontaine, I had gotten Nouvelette? I don't know how to pronounce French. Nouvelette? Nouvelle? At any rate, I don't run this set because you don't care about her personal damage. Oh, what do you use for her? Like, my understanding is that she... Tenacity? Tenacity. Oh, the HP and shield set? I suppose she could give... With her attack pets, she could give everyone a 20% attack bonus. That's true. Her pets probably attack fast enough that it can keep the attack bonus running. Okay. That's an interesting idea. Oh, right. My Nouvelette? Oh wow, his attack's kinda low. Wait. He's an HP scaler, right? Oh yeah, he's an HP scaler. Okay, okay. Yeah, so... Oh, wait. Back to his attributes. 26,500 HP because he's level 69. Nice. He's got 66 crit rate, 192 crit damage, 137 recharge, 46 hydro, I'm using his signature, and, which I actually got really early, so I was really happy with that. Like, I did 2 10 pulls at the time and managed to get it within 2 10 pulls, so that was pretty cool. I'm using the Mare Chasse Hunter? Chassis? Mare... I'm using the normal and charge attack set. Let's see here. His flowers got about 15% crit rate, a little bit of HP percent, and some recharge. His plume has got 14% HP and 6% crit rate. HP sands with almost 9% crit rate, 9% energy recharge, and 13%. 300 and... Wow. I'm largely relying on the, what's it called? The $5 a month thing? I forgot what it's called. Oh, blessing. The Vulcans. Yes. That's what I was trying to remember.
Osmanthus.
Let's see here. Where was I again? Oh yeah. HP sands with some crit rate, recharge, and crit damage. Hydro. Goblet with some HP, crit damage, and EM. And a crit rate circlet with some crit damage and energy recharge. I know, Axiani, I know. Oh, and then there's this guy. Rio Thesley? Riothesley? Is this another French name? Anyway, level 69. Nice. 1700 attack. Let's see here. My guy's got 57 crit rate, 109 crit damage, 176 recharge, 46 cryo damage. He is using Ballad of the Boundless Blue? I think that was one of the event weapons at the time. What does this give him? 30% recharge. And within 6 seconds after normal or charge attacks hit an opponent, normal attack damage is increased And crit damage is increased. He also has the Mara Chasa Hunter set. Let's see. His Sands has a little bit of attack percent, 20% crit damage, a little bit of EM, 15% energy recharge. His Plume has got a little bit of EM, 13 crit damage, 10 crit rate. Attack Sands with 10% recharge and almost 11% crit rate. Cryo Goblet with 7 crit damage, 54 EM, and 10% attack. And then a crit rate Circlet with 9% attack, 19% recharge, a little bit of EM. And then the 4-star. The 4-star was... Charlotte, level 69. I know how to pronounce that! Charlotte! Level 69, nice. As I recall, she's an attack scaler, so mine's got 1600 attack. I have her using Blackcliff Agate? Whatever. Because I thought that the red from the agate it matched her outfit. You know, in terms of color coordination. I have her using Golden Troop because my understanding is that she's kind of like her elemental skill is kind of like Nahita's, kind of. Well, a lesser version, but so I try to focus on her elemental skill. Let's see here. Excuse me. Her flowers got 6 crit rate, 11% attack, 18 recharge, 7 crit damage. Her plumes got almost 17% attack, 23 EM, 14 crit damage. An attack Sands with 12% crit rate, 7% crit damage, a little bit of EM. Leon? I'm sorry. A Cryo Goblet with 9% attack, a little bit of crit rate, and 9% recharge. And a crit rate Circlet with 9% attack and 58 EM. So, yeah. Oh, that's right. There are other Fontaine characters